Hey foodies, welcome to Cooking Shooking. Today let's make some stuffed buns which are nothing but our Ladi pav, which we have stuffed it up with some delicious vegetables. So let's start making it. So here I have 95 milliliters of warm milk, to which I'm going to add in sugar. So half a tablespoon of sugar. We're going to mix the sugar really well. And I'm going to add in a teaspoon of instant yeast. Mix this really well. So this is well mixed. Now I'm going to keep it in the microwave. The microwave is switched off for about 10 minutes so that the yeast activates. So while our yeast is getting activated, let's take 1 cup of plain flour maida. I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of milk powder. You can find the detailed text recipe on our website cookingshooking.in with grams as well. So I'm going to mix the dry ingredients really well at the first, and I'm going to make a well in the center. So yeast has proved, so now I'm going to add the yeast to it, all the mixture at once, because you know it's a tried and tested recipe as always. So we're going to mix this, and we're going to form this into a pasty kind of dough at the first, and then we're going to knead this. So first of all, just mix it. So you use a scraper so that you can all scrape and get all the dough together. So this has formed into a dough, but I said we want a paste kind of dough. So what happens many times is the flour absorbs more moisture and hence it turns into a dough. So as I said, we want a pasty dough. We want to add more milk. So whenever or if when you are making it absorbs more, more moisture and it's not getting sticky, make it sticky and soft. Make it pasty kind of. So you can see we have got a pasty kind of dough. So now I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of oil to this. By adding our canola oil, we are reducing up to 20% of the fat. So the oil goes in. And we're going to knead this for about 15 minutes. By that time, it will turn into a dough from the sticky mass. And keep on scraping time to time. And there you don't add any flour or anything, just keep on scraping it time to time and start kneading it again. So it's been 15 minutes that I'm kneading this, and this looks absolutely perfect, coming all together. So now we're going to keep this in a greased bowl to prove for about 1 hour or until it's doubled in volume. So I'm going to take a bowl and grease it with some oil. Quite a small amount of dough. I'm going to place this inside and roll this so that the oil coats the dough as well as the bowl coats the oil. So I'm going to just cover this and keep this for about an hour. So while our dough is getting proved, let's make the stuffing for it. So we're going to heat up a pan, and we're going to add in Hudson canola oil. Now this canola oil is very high in monounsaturated fatty acids, omega-3 and vitamin E, which makes it perfect for your little ones, brain and memory. About a tablespoon or so. As the oil gets hot, we are going to add in some cumin seeds, about half a teaspoon or so. So now I am going to add in about a teaspoon of kasuri methi. So now next goes in the chili, about half a teaspoon of garlic. If you don't eat garlic, you can skip it, absolutely. So now we are going to add in all the veggies at once: onions, potatoes, beans, corn, carrot and peas. So this is totally up to you how much vegetables you want to add in. So I'm going to just toss it around. So I'm going to start adding the spices. A little bit of the pepper at the first. About half a teaspoon of chaat masala. Quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Half a teaspoon of cumin powder. Just a touch of garam masala, don't add too much to this. And about half a teaspoon of red chili powder. Now you might have noticed we haven't added any salt so far. We're going to add it at the last after cooking it. So we're going to cook these vegetables for about 3 to 4 minutes so that the vegetables cook a little bit. After that we're going to add in the sugar, vinegar and the salt. So it's time to add just a couple of drops of vinegar, and I'm going to switch off the flame. I'm also going to add in the sugar, about a quarter of a teaspoon of sugar, just to balance out the flavors. And I have switched off the flame and I'm going to add in the salt. This is because we don't want to make the vegetables lose out too much moisture. We want the mixture to be dry. So salt at the last after cooking the vegetables a little bit. So mix it up. Vegetable mixture looks absolutely delicious and colorful. Everything is balanced, so I'm going to wait for this to cool down and our dough to prove up. After that we're going to stuff this and do the rest stuff. So our dough is proved, so I'm going to take it out to the platform. Sprinkle some more flour and I'm going to just knead it for about a minute. So I'm going to make 7 buns out of this. So I'm going to weigh the dough at the first. So it's about 240 grams. So I'm going to make the 7 portions out of this. So about 34 grams each. So I'm going to just get this all smooth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread this and make a kind of a shape. Kind of flatten it a little bit and try to make the edges thinner than the center. So kind of a canopy. So I'm going to stuff this, and in the stuffing you can also add some coriander if you wish to. I have added a little bit at the last. And what I'm going to do is be generous with the stuffing first of all, and then I'm going to gather the edges, stuff this guy up. Always better to sprinkle some flour. So here I have a 6-inch cake tin. I like to make this Ladi pav or the stuffed buns in a round cake tin. So this is a 6-inch one. I'm going to place my like this. So I'm going to make all my buns or the pav. So this is somewhat like stuffing up a momo right now. I'm going to just sprinkle some flour or dust it with some flour. So our stuffed buns are ready. We're going to just coat them with some milk so that they do not dry out. Looks great. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take some sesame seeds and I'm going to just sprinkle on the top. All fine. Now I'm going to just cover this and keep this in our microwave or somewhere warm so that it prove up until they are doubled in volume, or for about 1 hour or so. So our stuffed buns are proved. So I'm going to take some milk and just give it a milk wash. Be really careful with them. You can see these are really soft. So these are ready to go inside our oven at 200 degrees centigrade, and the oven is being preheated for the past 10 minutes. And the oven is at bake mode, which means only the lower rods will be heating up. So these look absolutely perfectly baked. So I'm going to just take some butter. So here I have a spoon of butter. Just coat it on the top for the shine. Perfect. So now we're going to keep this for about half an hour or so in this tray itself. After that we're going to take it out and then we're going to serve it. So our stuffed buns have cooled up a little bit. They are actually warm right now. It's the best time to serve it and enjoy them. Take a small knife and loosen the edges. Perfect. Wow. They look absolutely good and they would be tasting absolutely perfect. So we are going to just serve them now. So these are absolutely ready. You can see these are the same Ladi pav that we made earlier, the same feather soft texture and totally yummy. So let me try it. With all the veggies inside, this is absolutely perfect for your little one's lunchbox. They are something like a surprise inside, but totally awesome. So make sure you try this and let me know how this go for you. Thank you for watching. You can find the text recipe on our website cookingshooking.in. Do subscribe, it's free. Bye, take care.